What should be the criteria for knowledge? Hello and welcome back to our channel. Today, we are going to delve deep into a topic that is not only intriguing but also important for all of us to understand. That topic is, what should be the criteria for knowledge? Before we dive into the specifics, let's first define what we mean by knowledge. Knowledge is information sourced from various credible and reliable sources, such as textbooks, reliable articles, expert testimonies, and personal experiences. This information can be used to make informed decisions, solve problems, and create advancements. Now that we have that cleared up, let's move on to the main point of discussion: what should be the criteria for knowledge? The most common criterion used to determine the credibility of knowledge is empirical evidence. Empirical evidence is data that is collected through observation, experimentation, and measurement. This means that information must have been verified, tested, and validated through scientific methods before it is widely accepted as knowledge. However, we must also consider the source of this empirical evidence. Who conducted the research, analyzed the data, and made the conclusions? Were they unbiased, ethical, and reliable sources? To ensure that the knowledge is trustworthy, we must examine the credentials and reputation of all sources involved. Another important criterion is logical coherence. This refers to whether the information follows logical reasoning, and whether the conclusions are consistent with what we already know to be true. If a piece of information contradicts well-established scientific facts, it must be further investigated and verified with supporting evidence. Yet another criterion is generalizability. This refers to whether the information applies to a larger population or context. Information that applies to only a small group or context may not be considered generalizable, while information tested and confirmed on a larger scale is more likely to be considered knowledge. We also need to consider the practicality or usefulness of knowledge. Information that can be used effectively to solve real-world problems and create advancements is more valuable than information that has little practical application. It is important that we are able to apply this knowledge in real-life situations. A lesser-known criterion for knowledge is the idea of coherence with other knowledge. This frequently comes up in academic research and involves how well the information fits within our existing knowledge reservoir. How consistent or inconsistent is the information with our current knowledge? Does it require a new theory or concept, or does it align well with existing knowledge? One thing we must be mindful of is the fallibility of human knowledge. Scientific theories and concepts that were considered knowledge have been proven wrong or incomplete over time. Therefore, it is important to continue to question information and keep a critical mindset while also being open to new knowledge and change. It is also worth considering how we obtain knowledge. Much of our learning today is done through digital media sources and social media platforms. However, we must be careful to evaluate the credibility and reliability of these sources. We should be cautious not to accept information simply because it is in line with our beliefs or what we want to hear, rather than evaluating evidence-based information where possible. In conclusion, there are several criteria that can be used to assess the validity of knowledge, but no one factor alone can guarantee that something is truly knowledge. Empirical evidence, logical coherence, generalizability, practicality or usefulness, coherence with other knowledge, and critical thinking are all valuable criteria. It is important for us to be critical and mindful consumers of information in order to build well-informed knowledge, and to be open-minded and willing to accept new knowledge that may challenge our current understandings. If you learned something from this discussion, please subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell to receive future updates. Until next time. Thanks for watching.